They say a suspect arrested in the case of a 4-year-old who was shot and killed at her home. What could happen next in the capital murder case?
And a San Antonio woman waking up moments away from a disaster inside her home. What she's saying is the reason that she's alive today.
Taking a live look outside at the city. Good morning, San Antonio. A lot more of you are hitting the roads as you're getting ready for work. Thanks so much for waking up with us. We got your forecast coming up.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning, 6 a.m. on your Thursday, October the 24th, and it's a special day. As you
It
can
is.
see.
It's a holiday. It is Spurs Day, y'all. I got this little basket. I'm just carrying this thing around with me.
Yeah, you are.
Like a child.
Does it give you good luck? Or?
It does. It gives me good vibes. I feel good about the Spurs season. I feel good as they tip off tonight against the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, go ahead and pass it to Justin. If he catches, we win.
A lot of pressure in it. Wow, look at that. I gave
Did you ever have a doubt?
Right, there we go. Look, I'm telling you, we got two sports guys in here. Get it.
You're lucky I didn't.
You got the horn hook. Never
love
miss. Never miss.
But this weather, if you want some cold temperatures, you've been missing a lot.
Yeah, you've been missing a lot. A lot to be desired here in the forecast. Hey, let's look at the fog this morning. There is some of that going on to the south and east of San Antonio. Visibility is down to 0 in Gonzales, Victoria, close to it in Beeville and Freer up towards LaGrange. This fog is trying to work a little bit further north and west. So we'll see if it makes it to San Antonio. So far, visibility has been fine here in town. But they have extended the dense fog advisory to include Wilson County and Karnes County and Gonzales County. So the thinking there is that, yes, there could be some fog with visibility below a quarter of a mile. If you're east of San Antonio, be careful this morning. 82 noontime, 88 is where we end up. We lose the morning clouds, any morning fog by midday, and then mostly sunny skies this afternoon. More heat. In fact, we're going to be setting some records, I think, when it comes to October. We'll share some of those stats with you coming up, but let's check in on the roadways. It was busy yesterday. Hopefully not as busy today, guys.
No, things looking a lot better as we start our 6 o'clock hour. Taking a look at 1604 Military Drive out there for our folks on the west side of town. Traffic looking pretty good for the most part. So we have cleared out that report of the pedestrian on a highway at 410 and I-10, but there's still reports of road debris at I-10 at Balcones Creek. So I'm thinking that this may be the reports of that pedestrian. Maybe it turns out to be road debris because it's kind of in that same area. So, yeah, it doesn't seem to be causing a major issue out there, Jaffney.
All right, let's head out to the roadways with our friend Alex Gomez. Alex, this is one of your favorite days.
Yeah, one of them, but you know what? It's a good day. Thursday, and it's Friday Junior. Good morning, Jaffney. Right now, I am driving on the east side. This is going to be I-10 near WW White Road, but so far, this past hour has been great. No crashes to report. Everything has been moving pretty freely with no problems. So happy Thursday, and go Spurs, go, Jaffney.
Yay, go Spurs, go. You know what I am very excited about today being a very peaceful one because yesterday was so busy. This entire week has been busy, so you deserve a break, Alex. Thanks so much. All right, Justin, to our newsroom. We got a new mugshot of a man accused of shooting and killing a child on the northeast side. This right here, 20-year-old suspect, his name is Isaiah Perales. So Perales was walked in front of our cameras last night, showing no remorse. And more than 5 months ago, 4-year-old Marianne Marble was shot and killed at her home off of Windsor Hollow. Perales is the first arrest in that case. Perales says that it wasn't him, though, but the Bexar County Sheriff's Office says otherwise. Sheriff Javier Salazar told us that the recovery of a short-barreled rifle at the bottom of Calaveras Lake earlier this week was test-fired, and the shell casings matched those of the shooting that killed Marianne Marble. And through digital evidence, they tracked him and his whereabouts near the home of Windsor Hollow and then hours after a Calaveras Lake.
I'm telling you right now, there's going to be other people going to jail. They can determine what level of charge they face. Do they want to face capital murder like this guy and possibly the death penalty? Or would they choose to come in and cooperate with us and possibly save themselves that?
Perales is facing multiple charges, including capital murder, aggravated assault, mass shooting, aggravated assault, deadly weapon, and 2 counts of serious bodily injury to a child. The additional charges are due to allegedly shooting Mary Ann's 7- and 8-year-old siblings and her 2 parents.
It smelled like burnt rubber, and it was filling my room with exhaust. So
one of our other top stories here, inches literally made the difference between life and death for a woman when a truck plowed into her bedroom while she slept. This happened at a home on Magnolia Blossom on Tuesday night near Jones-Maltzberger. San Antonio police say the 28-year-old driver told him that he slammed into the home while driving to avoid another car that stopped short. The woman, her name is Vicki Davis, says that she was just starting to drift off to sleep when she got that very rude wake-up call.
It smelled like burnt rubber, and it was filling my room with exhaust, so my asthma kicked in. I didn't know what the heck was going on, and then I realized there is a truck in my bed, at the foot of my bed.
Yeah, very, very scary scene right there. The truck went through the backyard fence and took out part of the bedroom wall. However, the pickup truck driver, we're told, is not facing any charges at the moment.
In your morning headlines, Boeing factory workers have rejected the latest contract offer and will continue a more than 5-week strike. 64% of voters opposed the deal, which offered a 35% raise in wages over 4 years. That rejection of Boeing's offer reflects years of resentment from workers who felt cheated by the company in talks a decade ago, and deepens the financial crisis. After the vote, union leaders said that they were ready to immediately resume negotiations with Boeing.
All right, a lot of people paying attention to this right here. U.S. State Department says a record number of U.S. passports have been issued to American travelers this year. 24.5 million passport books and cards were issued during the 2024 fiscal year. That's about 500,000 more compared to last year. This also marks the third consecutive fiscal year where passport applications have hit a record high.
And if you're planning to go to the World Series, tickets cost more than ever. Look, that's around $1,700 for a seat. That's just to watch the New York Yankees and Los Angeles Dodgers. The price is more than double the average ticket price for last year's World Series. The high prices are likely due to the fact that both teams hail from big cities, and each team features some of the biggest names in baseball. The World Series kicks off tomorrow in LA. So if you got it, go.
Yeah.
All right, back here at home, the Frost Bank Center is home to so many memories and championships for the city and the Spurs.
All right, but according to some ESPN NBA insiders, that history is really all that the Frost Bank has going for it. In an article published on Wednesday, a list ranked the Frost Bank Center, or Frosty, the bank, whatever you want to call it, the 29th best stadium in the NBA, which is basically second to last. So technically, that is just one better arena than the entire league, which is the Intuit Dome, which just opened last night, which insiders chose to not even rank because the Clippers had not hosted a regular season game there again until late last night in that brand new arena. Factors that went into the ranking included atmosphere, concessions, and accessibility.
And the article did note, though, that the atmosphere could be on the up and up thanks to one French phenomenon, Victor Wembanyama. Of course, the Coyote mascot also got a shout out. According to insiders, the Coyote is, quote, another legendary Spur that's battled with bats on the court. So, hey, look at that.
Why they gotta be hating on the Frost Bank Center? Look, here's the thing. I'll never forget when Kobe Bryant, rest in peace, Kobe. Yes. He said that he referred to it as a barn. So
yeah.
I think that kind of that sort of rumors kind of spread about because we got the Freeman there, and so yeah.
I gotta go. I'm excited about trying to go this year.
Yeah. It'll be rocking this year with Wemby. Year 2. Yeah. All right. Time now is 6:08 and 73 degrees outside.
Still to come before 6:30 opening night. Again, here for Spurs fans. Preview of tonight's game against the Mavericks and who they'll play first in Frost Bank Center.
And a Westside nonprofit is asking for your help to upgrade their senior center. How much it needs in order to get everything working.
Live look outside at the city. It is 6:09. San Antonians, y'all got to get up, man. Thanks so much for waking up with us again. Another great start to the day. We're wrapping this week up with everything you need to know.
How would you describe this neighborhood?
Historic. Once you start digging into the neighborhood, the history, the people who live here, what makes it special, it's the only way to describe it.
These are generational homes from the grandparents to the parents to the children to the grandchildren.
Since the 1950s.
Yeah, and we don't want to move.
The city has a plan for growth,
but hasn't requested input from the residents to find out what, our wants and our needs are.
We're standing together because everybody knows each other here, and we've all grown up together.
We went to high school together, that we all lived in the same neighborhood, and then we all went in the military together.
How do you uproot somebody that's already in their 70s going into their 80s?
Animals can get attacked, other pets can get attacked, and then even worse, people are getting attacked.
We're not going anywhere. If you find out, look at the heart of us, we're all civil activists and civil rights activists in our heart.
Yeah, cannot wait for that episode of Know My Neighborhood. Of course, Edgewood veterans, named after some of the veterans in that area. But switching gears here a little bit and looking ahead, the Children's Heart Foundation is hosting their annual family-friendly walk. This is all happening next Sunday at 8 o'clock in the morning at Morgan's Wonderland Sports. The event supports the foundation's mission to fund research for congenital heart defects. And you can read more about all of these events on our website, KSAT.com.
All right, so back to the story that I was talking about last hour. I told you about a nonprofit known as House of Neighborly Service and how they serve both children and lots of their seniors on the west side. Well, while I was there, I met this sweet lady right here. And just speaking with her, I could just tell why it was so important that the organization get the upgrades that it needs to comfortably serve as many residents as possible, just like this woman right here. So like many seniors, when the pandemic hit, 68-year-old Eloisa Villela struggled. Many were forced into isolation and loneliness. With this organization smack dab in the middle of their community, they had not only a chance to find community, but free resources like education, financial literacy, and good home-cooked meal. The organization soon increased its services from 126 seniors to almost 300, and here's why.
It's like home. It's like home, there's more seniors that are older than me. So, I mean, that's like home, because they say, what did you do the weekend? Or we missed, or we missed each other. And so, it's fun to come,
Very sweet woman right there. Now, the organization, again, needs to raise just over $1 million to make a needed expansion possible. Coming up on GMSA at 9, I got the full story. You will see just why this place is so special to the West Side seniors like Eloisa, and how you can help make an upgrade to their senior center space a reality. So it was so fun going out there, seeing that community. And it's one of those situations where you get into a group of people like that. They don't sugarcoat anything. You see and learn so much. The conversations are just so fun. And I just pray that a lot of people step up to try to see what they can do to help them out.
Yeah, well, we know San Antonio comes through in situations like this. Before my mom retired, she worked at a senior community living center. And so, she told me some great stories all the time about those folks out there and basically how they sort of come together and bring those centers to life.
Oh, yeah. So, we have the full story again, GMSA at 9. Let's check out what our traffic is looking like on the roadways.
Yeah, traffic looking pretty good this morning, Jaffney, as we take a look again. The only thing that we're seeing right now is reports of road debris on the northwest side. That's going to be I-10 west at Balcones Creek. But again, everything looking pretty good for the most part.
Let's go out to Alex Gomez right now. The eyes on the road. Alex, you've been just riding smoothly throughout the entire morning. Again, we got a break from all that craziness we had. Is that still the case right now?
That's exactly the case, Jaffney. I'm hardly even having to touch the brakes because it's just been smooth sailing on most of our highways this morning. This is going to be the northwest side right here, I-10 westbound near the Crossroads interchange. The only thing that I've been seeing is that we do have some sprinkles here and there, so it's not a lot, but just in case, have those windshield wipers ready, just in case it builds up. But for everything else, I mean, the highway speeds are looking pretty good, Jaffney.
All right, Alex, sprinkles. It's not him cleaning his windshield anymore.
No, and Justin's face lit up a little bit there.
Hey.
Well, it's good to have weather reports from out and about. That is, it's very helpful. And I think we can have a few sprinkles, maybe some drizzle, maybe some fog. It's just better moisture starting to move in this morning, and that's why we're seeing some of that. Real quick, though, before we jump into the fog, let's take a look at this morning's Just Ask Justin question. And you can go to ksat.com/poll or scan the QR code and you can vote. What is the most common Texas high school mascot?
This
The choices
is getting me, man.
are Eagles, Bulldogs, Tigers, Cougars.
Yeah,
all
this is a tough
popular.
one. Yeah.
I'm going to trust RJ at whatever he
Oh,
picks.
wow. No, I mean, I'm kind of just, I'm sort of guessing here, but are we guessing right now or we're waiting?
yet.
We're waiting.
We're waiting. Okay.
Yeah, we got another
I
half
have
hour
a
to
thought,
think about
a
it.
thought or two for sure.
Right now, the
Yeah.
Eagles are leading the way. And by the way, I got this information through, I went to Dave Campbell's Texas High School Magazine webpage.
Don't
and they
be
have
Googling.
I'm about to like, should I look it up now?
but they have a list of all the mascots. So we did some digging here.
Okay.
Anyway, let us know what you think. That's our Just Ask Justin question this morning. And high school football, yeah, we have some tonight. Jefferson versus Sam Houston, one of several games. This is at Alamo Stadium at 7 o'clock. It is going to be very warm once the game gets underway. We think still in the 80s, but by 8 o'clock, halftime, right around 80, and then by the end of the game, not so bad. We're in the 70s once the sun goes down. But this is warmer than average for these kind of games this time of year. It has been a very, very warm month. That is for sure. Okay, there is the visibility, and we do have lowered visibility from Gonzales to Beeville, but some of this is trying to work towards Kern City. We may even see some of this work into Wilson County. Dense fog advisories have been posted for those counties, and it's trying to work north and west. And yes, there's good moisture starting to move back into San Antonio, so that's probably why Alex has seen a few sprinkles there too. 73 right now in town, 72 in New Braunfels, 73 in Converse, upper 60s for Bernie and Kerrville. It's a warm morning. Fog and clouds early, and then by noontime we'll start to see those break apart, thin out some, and temperatures make their way up to 82, eventually 88 this afternoon. Another well above average day, and now we've gone 48 days without measurable rain. Pretty incredible stat there. This is the longest stretch since 1996. We've been keeping a daily tally of this, and today we'll likely make 49. Although we may see a trace of rainfall this morning with some of those sprinkles. A trace does not count. It's got to be measurable. It's got to be 1/100 of an inch or more. So we'll keep you posted there. Let's take a look at the Halloween sneak peek. It is forecast to be mild around Halloween. Jackets are likely not needed. Dry, that's also the way it's trending, even though we have a bit of a pattern change next week. Other than maybe a straight shower or two, we're not expecting much at all. The wild card would be a cool front, although at this point, the latest computer models want to keep everything well north of San Antonio. So that means your extended forecast brings more of the same. 89 Friday, 88 Saturday, 88 Sunday, more 80s next week. I was hoping that late next week there would be kind of a pattern shift and maybe we would get a front in here. It's not looking as promising as it did yesterday, but I can tell you that once we get into November, statistics tell us that we have got to get some cold fronts in here and that it will cool down. I mean, if I had a dime for every time I ran into someone and I said, when is the cold front coming? Any cold front.
Would you be here? You'd be a rich man.
I'd be very rich.
I will say
I get it.
I have a friend that is in Philly or from Philly, and she's, obviously they're dealing with the season, the cold temperatures and stuff. So she's actually excited to visit us because she's just like, I'm going back to the summertime.
It's going to be warm. And coming up next half hour, by the way, we'll reveal the answer to our Just Ask Justin, but also October now may go into the record books as the hottest on record. So we'll show you those stats. Yep.
Numbers don't lie. All right, 6:21 right now, 73 degrees outside.
So up next before 6:30, we're getting you ready for our big game coverage game of the week. What the Smithson Valley Rangers are saying ahead of tomorrow's night's showdown with the New Braunfels.
When your child has moderate to severe eczema, it's okay for them to show off. Show off their clearer skin and noticeably less itch with Dupixent. Because children 6 months and older with eczema have plenty of reasons to show off their skin. With Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists, they can stay ahead of their eczema. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema to help heal your child's skin from within. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems, such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Show off to the world. Ask your child's eczema specialist about Dupixent.
All right, as Justin mentioned earlier, Week 9 high school football heating up. That's why our game of the week tomorrow night is a really good one here. The New Braunfels Unicorns hosting the Smithson Valley Rangers.
So the Rangers are 5-2 this season and 3-1 in the district, just like New Braunfels. So this is a battle for second place in the 13-5A D1 behind undefeated Piper, as the Warriors have defeated both Smithson Valley and New Braunfels. The Rangers are winners of 2 straight, and they know the Unicorns are hungry and are looking to get back in the win column.
I know they're a really good program, and I know they prepare every week the same, and they treat every opponent the same. So we got to be ready for their best shot.
It's big. I mean, I remember you talked about the Brennan game whenever they lost week 1, and I told you, I mean, they're pretty legit, and coming off of a loss, teams definitely they're definitely more hungry for a win. So I think it's big, and I think they're going to give us everything they have this week, and it'll be a big one.
Oh, yeah, both these teams with playoff aspirations. So, again, Smithson Valley taking on New Braunfels Friday night at 7 o'clock. We'll have all your scores and highlights, of course, on the KSAT 12 Night Beat.
All right, for the first time in 6 months, your San Antonio Spurs are back on the court for the regular season hoops.
That's right. Go Spurs, go! San Antonio's highly anticipated opener against the Dallas Mavericks is tonight up in Dallas. The Spurs win total line this season is set at 35.5 wins, which is 14 wins better than how the Silver and Black finished last year when they finished 22-60. The jump in expectations aligns with the jump of reigning Rookie of the Year, Victor Wembanyama, who's expected to take his year 2 to the next level. Right now, the Spurs will only be without Devin Vassell for the opener. Devin, of course, is recovering from off-season knee surgery. So tip-off here tonight, 6:30 in Dallas. This game's going to be on TNT. Our sports crew is getting there as well, getting you ready for all the action. Stay tuned for all of our coverage up there from the American Airlines Center. The Spurs home opener, y'all, is going to be Saturday against the Houston Rockets.
All right, you know, I got to get you a little silver and black basketball. That little orange one is bothering me.
I got it right here. Yes, all right. See?
It's two. We got to get a realistic one. All right, guys, it is 6:27, 73 degrees outside.
All right, just ahead at 6:30, our coverage of our Know My Neighborhood series continues. We're going to give you a preview before tonight's episode in the Thompson neighborhood, basically the Edgewood neighborhood, coming up here in just a little bit.
And taking a look at the roads right now, there's a lot going on this weekend across the Alamo City. RJ is going to tell you just the areas to avoid if you don't want to be stuck in that traffic.
Oh yeah, a lot going on. Taking a look at Drive Cam, and check this out. We got a little bit more sprinkles out there on Dash Cam of Drive Cam this morning. We're going to check in with Alex and give you the very latest, give you an idea of where this is happening. We'll be right back.
Every time she leaves now in the morning, she's kind of like making sure the dog isn't there. So it's going to stick with her for a while.
This morning on GMSA, a San Antonio mother tells us that she's tired of dealing with dangerous dogs after one attacked her daughter and it was caught on camera. Why she says not enough is being done to protect her and her neighbors.
Plus, early voting is setting records across Texas and right here in Bexar County. A look at some of the locations that haven't been too busy so far this week if you're about to step out into the polls and need to vote in a hurry. And we're taking you outside with Live Cam on your Thursday morning. You know what? We saw a little bit of sprinkles out there. Justin Horn standing by to give us the latest forecast as we get set for a very busy weekend.
Good morning and happy Thursday or happy Friday Eve, October the 24th.
That's right. Yes. Thank you very much for starting out your morning with us. And obviously we saw a little while ago, we had a little bit of sprinkles out there on Drive Cam. We're going to check in with Alex here in just a bit.
A little bit. Yeah. There's enough moisture out there for that. So you may see a few sprinkles, maybe some mist and drizzle this morning, maybe some fog too. So it doesn't feel a whole lot like October. I'll say that. Let's go outside for you. And this view doesn't show much. I think we're just looking at cloud cover here out over the airport. But we're keeping an eye on visibility for you. 73 in San Antonio, 72 in New Braunfels. You got 60s for Bernie and Kerrville. But generally speaking, these temperatures are well above average for an late October morning. Dense fog advisories have been issued. These do include Wilson and Karnes, Gonzales counties, over towards Lavaca County as well, where we could see some fog that goes below a quarter of a mile visibility. So far, we have seen lower visibility in places like LaGrange, Howitzville, down to Beeville. San Antonio has not seen fog yet. If we do see some, it'll be brief, but it's possible this morning. Mostly cloudy, 71 at 9 o'clock, noontime 82, 87 at 3 p.m. and our high temperature today, 88. It is looking as though this could be one of the hottest, if not the hottest, October on record. We're going to take a look at those stats for you coming up in just a couple minutes, but let's check in on the roadways. If there are a few sprinkles, let's hope it doesn't cause any issues, guys.
And so far, we're not seeing anything popping up on TxDOT. If you're looking at your cameras with TransGuide, Loop 1604 Military Drive, you're looking pretty well today. Of course, construction is happening at I-10 and East Woodline. That's been something that's constantly ongoing. But also, we do have a report of a stalled vehicle out on Highway I-37 and I-10. So at this time, they only have one of the lanes blocked. If that is a part of your commute, keep that in mind as you're getting out and about on the way to work, RJ.
All right, let's check in with Alex Gomez right now. He's hitting the streets for us in Drive Cam. Saw a little bit of sprinkles out there. Looks dry now. Alex, what is the very latest out there? And are there any updates for our folks?
Good morning, RJ. Well, the sprinkles is very minimal. Mostly I've seen it on the north side around 410 and I-10, so just beware of that. I haven't seen it throughout the entire city. But again, have those wipers ready just in case the moisture builds up. But traffic volume has still been pretty good. Highway speeds are looking pretty okay. And right now, I think the biggest slowdown that I've seen has by far been the northwest side. I-10 and De Zavala, the drive-through at the Krispy Kremes, RJ, wow. It was wrapped around the building. I'm not judging. I'm just more of a breakfast tacos type of guy, RJ.
I know you are, man. I know you are. But you know what? If there is a little donut or taco place out there, it doesn't sound too bad on this Thursday morning. Thank you very much, Alex. All right, looking ahead here because it's going to be a very busy weekend. Of course, we got Muertos Fest going on. That is just one of the events happening this weekend. About 100,000 people are going to be out there at Hemisphere, so that's going to cause a lot of some traffic issues. We also have the Billy Joel and Sting concert. That's going to attract pretty big crowds at the Alamo Dome. That's going to be tomorrow night. So if you're going downtown, you're going to definitely want to be patient. City officials are strongly urging people to have a plan. You can also use rideshare and make sure to check out the maps of the city-owned parking garages to get some pretty good rates when it comes to parking in and around the Alamo Dome and, of course, Hemisphere.
A serious story we've been following closely as Almost Park Police and several other agencies continue to search for Suzanne Simpson, her husband Brad Simpson, facing some charges. And those include unlawful restraint, family violence, tampering, fabricating physical evidence, and prohibited weapon-related charges. And we spoke with a former prosecutor about the possibility of prosecuting a case without a body. And that former prosecutor says that while it's not impossible, there are several big challenges. You can watch and read that story on our website right now at KSAT.com.
All right, this morning, some pretty scary video for any parents out there of its little kids, especially with dangerous dogs in the area. San Antonio mother is tired of dealing with her neighbor's dogs. The final straw was this past Saturday when the pit bull, you see right there that video, attacked her daughter. Video shows that Jeanette Guerrero's daughter was heading to her bus stop when their neighbor's pit bull ran at her and bit her in the leg. Her daughter had to go to urgent care and get antibiotics. The pit bull is now in quarantine, but only until Sunday.
It's not safe. And from what I was told is that this dog has multiple, they called on that dog multiple times. He hasn't bit. This is his first bite. So now they're taking further action. The owner's got criminal citations.
All right, well, Animal Care Services is investigating this incident. They are also working to get additional information about the neighbors, saying that the dog has an aggressive history.
Early voting in the 2024 presidential election is well underway, and this year voter turnout has been very huge. Here's a look at some of the numbers right now. The in-person voters for day 3, according to Bexar County Elections Department, 47,739 people came out to vote yesterday. If you haven't voted early just yet, you still want to, you have time because you got until November the 1st to get it done. If you can't make it out by then, there's always Election Day on November the 5th. Now, for anyone trying to avoid a line, we took a look at which early voting centers are the busiest and the slowest. Some south and west side locations are your best shot to get in and out, like the Macedonia Baptist Church, the Frank Garrett Center, and the Palo Alto College. Now, compare that to the nearly 2,000 voters a day at Northwest Vista College. Several north side libraries, Encino, Brook Hollow, Cody, and IGO are also much busier than the other sites. I know I went to the Cody branch, and I was on the street waiting to get in line to get it done.
Yeah, that Bexar County Election Center, obviously we've seen lines wrapped around there as well. So good to see a lot of people heading out. This is good information for all of our people that are heading to the polls. Meanwhile, both presidential candidates will be coming to the Lone Star State tomorrow. Former President Trump is scheduled to be up the road in Austin, and Vice President Kamala Harris will be in Houston. So far, we don't know the particular timetable of when they are set to arrive and host their events. Overnight, the Wall Street Journal released a new poll showing that former President Trump has taken a narrow 2-point lead nationally. This is a 4-point swing from August when Vice President Harris was up by 2 percentage points. Tonight, Harris is starting a concert series called When We Vote, We Win. That will happen in Georgia. Bruce Springsteen will be performing during that series. Meanwhile, Trump has rallies in Arizona and in Nevada. He's also expected to be on the Joe Rogan Experience, which is a very popular podcast.
Before we go to break, a new San Antonio Police Department helicopter has been dedicated to a fallen SAPD officer. Detective Benjamin Marconi shot and killed outside of Public Safety Headquarters in 2016. The new Eagle aircraft, named Bravo Mike, was dedicated yesterday. Marconi's family was there, and Eagle's honors follow officers by placing the last 3 numbers of the officer's badge number on the tail of the helicopter along with its initials. The pilots flying Bravo Mike say that it's an honor to carry Detective Marconi's legacy.
I really hope they just realize that we are memorializing them in just such a great way, and that we will never forget the sacrifice that they gave, and us as brothers and sisters together, we will just always remember them as we fly around the city.
Marconi was a detective with the Special Victims Unit. He served with San Antonio Police for 20 years.
Yeah, you know, we spoke to some of his family who was there for that unveiling as well, and they said something very poignant. They said that now we know that our family member, our dad, will be looking over us and making sure that the city stays safe.
Oh, that's deep right there.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, 6:40 right now, 73 degrees outside.
Still ahead, tonight's episode of Know My Neighborhood. It takes us to Thompson neighborhood, where people who live there say they are worried about the most and the city's plan to fix the problems. Welcome back. It is 6:43. Tonight on a new edition of Know My Neighborhood, we explore the hidden West Side gem. We're talking about the Thompson neighborhood.
Yeah, this encapsulates the Edgewood ISD area. A lot of pride, a lot of history there. So we're exploring the good, the bad, and the frustrating problems that people in that community, those community members, are facing.
Now, Patty Santos is here right now. She's part of the team. She joins us a little bit more to tell us about it.
Hey there, good morning. When we talked to residents, they were not happy with the lack of response from their elected city leader and on certain issues. Now, their biggest frustration is the plan to build a drainage pond where a neighborhood currently exists. The proposal will uproot between 100 to 150 homes in the area to build a pond. This is something that residents do not want. The city says it's part of a plan to mitigate flooding for those in the entire area. But the city says they are exploring other alternatives that might not impact as many residents. Homeowners are not sure if their elected leaders are actually listening.
Do you feel you are being heard right now?
Yes, we are. And you see all the signs.
I feel different about that.
Yeah.
I think we're being heard. My opinion, not Sarah's. I have a hope, but I feel that we're just being heard by half a ear, just half a ear. And we got to grab that other ear and say, listen to us. We're serious. We put our trust in you. Don't neglect us.
And our segment tonight also explores the positive aspects that makes the Thompson community, their robust military history, and the incredible pride in service. We'll tell you what makes Edgewood ISD's connection so special for that community. Our Know My Neighborhood segment is live tonight at 6 p.m. with Myra and Steve and Adam out in that neighborhood. You can also watch it on KSAT.com, KSAT Plus, and on your TV. And don't forget to sign up for our Know My Neighborhood newsletter. You can sign up at KSAT ksat.com/newsletter. Guys.
All right. Thank you very much, Patty. Of course, Edgewood, they named their stadium after the veterans and the history there with the military. Edgewood ISD Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Okay.
Yes.
Get you with these fun facts, man. I love it. Let's go out to the roadways real quick, see what TransGuide is looking like right now. Again, things are looking pretty decent from TxDOT's perspective. 1604 Military Drive, you're looking good as well. Got traffic moving along just fine. And of course, a lot of people are hitting the road as they're getting closer and closer to getting up for work, going to school, whatever you're doing, just make sure you're staying safe. US 90 and Nagalito's also busy and looking pretty safe, RJ.
Yeah, there you take a shot here. 90 Medio Creek, west side of town, Lackland area, seeing things move pretty good for the most part. Let's go ahead and check in with Alex Gomez hitting the streets for us on this Thursday morning. Alex, how are things looking out there?
Jay, this is one of those rare mornings where we just have hardly any problems happening on the roadways this morning. Check out by the airport. This is 21 southbound near San Pedro, and right now we are just moving fine, RJ.
All right, that is good news because, yeah, it's been a pretty busy couple of days on the roads over the past 2 days. So a little bit of a break for our drivers out there, maybe getting a little later start out. Of course, we got Thursday night football going on tonight, so maybe some people sleeping in a little bit.
Yes, it's time to just ask Justin.
Sleeping in sounds nice, by the way.
It does.
Yes, thank you.
right?
Thank you for the jingle. I appreciate it. Let's take a look at our poll question.
Okay.
What is the most common Texas high school mascot? Is it the Eagles, the Bulldogs, the Tigers, or the Cougars? Currently, Eagles are in first place.
Okay, we can answer now?
You can answer.
All right, mascot king, you go.
All right, so obviously there's a lot of San Antonio area schools that have these. So Brack, Pleasanton, those are Eagles, Somerset Bulldogs. We got the Floresville Tigers, and we got the Clark Cougars. So San Antonio area represented by all these here. I'm going to go see Tigers because you know what, El Paso High School, their most notable school there is also named the Tigers.
I'm gonna say the Cougars.
The Cougars.
I'm going there.
Okay.
We're both cats. We can't be wrong.
Yeah. Well, y'all's logic is actually spot on. It's just not right. So the answer is.
Is it the Eagles?
It's the Eagles.
Oh my gosh! Look at our viewers.
I mean, okay.
Yes.
I love it though.
Yeah. So if you look at the numbers, there are 93 high schools in Texas with Eagles, 88 with Bulldogs, 68 with Tigers, and 63 with Panthers. I didn't have that on there, but Panthers comes in fourth place.
This is very interesting. Well, hey, it's a cat.
O'Connor, Medina Valley.
I mean, and then you have very standard mascots, and then you have some of the interesting ones like the unicorns or the kangaroos. What is that? Weatherford.
Yeah. The Hutto Hippos.
Yeah, the Hutto Hippos. So anyway. Eagles is the answer. Fun trivia question this morning. Should be good for Friday night or Thursday night football tonight and Friday night football. Just a little warm. 73 right now in San Antonio, 72 in New Braunfels, 73 Converse, upper 60s for Bernie and Kerrville. We got southerly winds ushering in some deeper moisture. Now we're starting to see visibilities fall a little bit in places like Pleasanton, Gonzales. I think this fog is trying to work a little bit further inland, maybe even up into Karnes and Wilson County. So far here in San Antonio, all we've seen is a few sprinkles and some morning clouds. We'll see if some of this fog works in. So far it is not, but we will start off with cloud cover for sure. That should start to burn off midday, 82, and we make our way up to 88 this afternoon. Another very warm day. I feel like a broken record here. And it makes sense that this is going to be one of the hottest Octobers on record. If it were to end today, it would be the hottest October on record with an average temperature of 78.1, beating out the 1931 average of 78. Is this where we end up? Well, you can't say. We've still got another week left here of October, but I think we'll be in the top 5 just the way things are looking with the forecast. So here we go, another really warm month. And as we look down the line, these are the upper level winds. So we're following the jet stream, and finally by next week, we do get a dip in the jet stream right there. There's a nice looking trough, but it is pretty far to the north, and unfortunately at this point, it does not look like it's going to be strong enough to push front through. It'll get close, but it won't move through. This may give us a few showers Wednesday into Thursday, but that's about all we can give you. Halloween sneak peek, if you're curious, jackets likely not needed. It'll be mild, so you won't need jackets with your costume, and it'll likely be dry other than a stray shower or two. And yeah, the wild card is that cool front, but at this point, it is looking as though it will stay north of us, which keeps us hot. Upper 80s all the way through the forecast.
Let's do it.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for that, Justin. Okay, guys, 6:50 right now, 73 degrees outside.
Just a hit before 7. Have your coworkers ever made you do anything embarrassing? Well, we got why the NFL player had to dress up like a duck at work. Before we get into all that good stuff, we're going to take a look out at the city real quick. Good morning, San Antonio with live cam. Again, the commute looking beautiful, forecast looking hot but beautiful still. And of course, you know we're wrapping this show up coming up next after the break. Do not go anywhere.
6:54, welcome back. Before you go, have your coworkers over here ever made you do anything embarrassing? Well, check this out. Colts player Tyquan Lewis had to wear an Oregon Duck mascot costume. That mascot by the name is Puddles at the team's media availability yesterday.
So he reportedly lost a bet to the teammate DeForest Buckner. Buckner played football in college for Oregon while Lewis played for Ohio State. And since Ohio State lost to Oregon last week, Lewis had to suck it up and suit up. That is actually a cute little, that's a cute mascot though. I love it.
Yeah.
And look how he's just looking like, oh man.
Gotta do it.
We have never embarrassed you, RJ.
No, never. Shout out to one of our former coworkers, Adrian Garcia, who's an Oregon alum. I have to hear all the time about Oregon football from him.
Look at
Puddles
that.
is a cute mascot.
He is a cute one. All right, so let's head out to the roadways real quick one more time with our boy, Alex Gomez. Alex, we're wrapping this morning up on a great note.
Oh, for sure, Japhanie. Check this out. This is my last round in the downtown area, and it hasn't changed much. Traffic moving very good downtown on 37 southbound. So happy Thursday. Go Spurs, go, Japhanie.
Hey, go Spurs, go. Look, you didn't inspired RJ to pick a little orange ball back up.
Little basketball. I'm just carrying around like a child.
I'm going to get you an actual cute little basketball, RJ.
Yeah, a little Spurs one.
Yes.
A little Coyote.
Oh, no.
It's in the newsroom, man.
Oh, I can't get on the door.
Yeah, we could go.
Upper 80s next few days. Lots of heat this weekend, and it's trending drier and warmer for Halloween too. So October, yeah, we're going to end on a warm note. And I think when Arkansas State beats Texas State next season, you should make it.
We never know what the Lord may put in place. So hey, don't ever say never.
Hey, Wemby year 2. Go Spurs, go.
Let's
Spurs
go.
tonight up in Dallas.
Good luck.
See y'all at 9 o'clock.